Okay, this is a Spirit Within reading, and you get, with a full read, you get 9 cards. And within the Spirit Within reading, it tells you basically what the card means, but it also has something to do with the surrounding cards. So you may hear me pause while I get that or gather that information, because as I told you before, I do not go ahead on my readings because I would like anything that comes up to be authentic. And so the first thing you pulled was a ring. And the ring is a wonderful card spelling joy in relationships as long as the surrounding cards are positive, and they all are. It represents a relationship or occasionally a bond with someone that is not about love. Okay? Now, the man card is in the middle, so it that's your central card. So I would say that it can mean like a relationship is unfolding. Okay. The ring is another lovely card and refers to strong bonds and happiness unless otherwise joined by bad cards, which they are not. So I don't even like to say that. Your next card is a star, and the ring by the star is a promise to fulfill dreams, to never give up hope, a spiritual connection, to commit to something, to trusting out of blind faith. Okay? So it's telling you to commit, even though you don't know what's going to happen. That which causes a need for daydreaming or wishful thinking, to hope that in the future there will be commitment, a future link, a link to the future, predictable future events, that which connects everything to everything else, commitment to one's ideals, to idolize commitment or a specific relationship, shared hopes or ideals, shared vision. So I really, really believe that it's a very good card to start off with. And I think that you should really, really take heed and do not be afraid of what, because you have like some fear of commitment. You have some fear that, you don't want to use this blind faith. You just want, you kind of like want everything spelled out for you. And that's not going to happen, okay? So that was a good card to start off with. So the star was your next card. This is one of the loveliest of the cards. The star is always connected with wishes, but it's also a very good omen for lasting bright future. For a lasting bright future. Primarily, it should be read as something lucky about to befall the person being read for, which is you, and an indication of dreams coming true, the subject of which can be read in the surrounding cards. Okay. If the star is by the ring, it will bode well for a love relationship. Okay. So we said that earlier. And if the star were picked, if it appears in the 9-card spread, a wish is at hand. If the star were picked as the first card, which it wasn't, so we're not going to read that. Okay? However, this also represents a very nice person who tends to wish well on all. So that's you, okay? Now, the next card that comes up is the Rider. And so to trust the news, all right? That's what it means, because it's by the card. To trust the news, a stranger is going to give you. That possibly is me. To naively, they're still telling you to naively believe in the good of anybody who approaches of anything new that one encounters. Faith that anything that happens will be good, or at least have a purpose. Spiritual beliefs are changed by something or someone. Obtrusive spirituality. Okay. You probably gonna harass someone else with one's spiritual ideas, witnessing holistic approach, and to tackle something with a lot of faith. Okay, so this is beautiful that you're going into this. This is really what you're saying, because you're saying, you have this desire, you have this faith. So this wish that you have, all these things that you want to come to pass in your life, you got to go on it with blind faith, as you are doing, and it's all going to come to pass. Just stay focused. Keep your head in your dreams. You may need to journal and write out your things to see them come to pass or watch them unfold before your very eyes. And just keep on, make sure you come in to see me, get some more of this extra energy on you, and send people to me, and it's all going to work out. Good job. Okay, the Rider card suggests news that has been awaited is now on the way, and as a lucky card, the news is nearly always good. The writer himself is a gentleman, so the bearer of the news should also be someone with good manners and a kindly countenance. Even if the news itself is not completely happy, the card somehow promises that once out in the open, everything else begins to improve. Because of the active nature of the card, it sometimes symbolizes a stirring up of dead events. Okay. So, with the road adjoined, expect a short trip. Always look very carefully at the cards the writer relates to. Occasionally, this card can be a person, not someone you love, but literally a figure offering help. A knight in shining armor who helps move things on in your life. It is always a positive, bright card. So that's me. Yay. So, like I said, the next card was the road. We already know what it means for it to be by the star. Okay, so we already heard that. And we can move on to your next card, which is the road. The road indicates a whole new path, a new direction the person being read for has just started to take, or it is about to embark on. It is most likely to appear when a new job has just begun, or a love affair has recently ended, or someone has moved home or country. When this card appears by the writer, a journey is coming, and it will be a very important one, and even not of long distance or time. So we had talked about that one before, because it gives you both ways. Whenever it falls, the road always indicates something new and points to change, which you're looking for that. Now the next card is a man, so okay, that's so. All right, so it means that possibly you'll be going on this journey, this short trip with a man, or a man is going to appear while you're there. A man, it may mean love for a man, for a woman. If other love cards are nearby, which is the heart and ring, and your ring is your personal card, so I would accept that. Or it may mean a man who will be significant in some other way. Okay. Now, this card is neither a happy nor sad, but takes its meaning entirely from the surrounding cards. So, by the house, a man who is native at home with something, a family member, well established, he's settled, he could be private, familiar, used to, or intimate, used to be or is intimate with you, close-minded regarding anything which is new or unfamiliar, okay? Orderly, normal, regular, simple, planning ahead, low risk, safe, conservative, inflexible, anti-innovative. If it's a male family member, he's going to be a creature of habit, staying at home. You may have a man move in to start a family, settle down with. He'll keep things private, want things to stay as they are, okay? And you'll just have to see what's going on. Since that's the central card, I'm going to look to see what it says about the man. Father, a father figure, male boss, leader, teacher. That's the man over a bear because the bear was right under him. A protector, man who was strong, dominant, protective. Okay, so you'll see if that's how this man in your life is, to make a big show of one's masculinity. By the stars is over it. A man who is hopeful, trusting, spiritual, that has a lot of unfulfilled wishes. A man who aspires to for something, who dares to reach for the stars, daydreamer. Okay, so this man that you want, we're going to get to him on your next reading, but I feel that it is a prominent part of your life because, and it may not, I'm not saying just him because I haven't really tapped into that yet still, but this desire that you have to be in this relationship with a man that suits you and your needs and everything, he's going to come. Okay. So this card, the house, represents your house. It may sometimes mean your family home with your parents as distinct from where you live now, for it is solid and an anchor in your life. Most often it would appear next to your own card if your concerns were almost about where to live or perhaps the acquisition of property. And it wasn't. It's on the second row. Okay, and so the house is by the anchor because it's above it. Advise you to stay where you are. Okay, this is a happy card. Okay, this is a happy card, and the dog is next, and so that means family, friend, loyalty, family and home, support from your family, to crave approval from your family members. Sometimes, are you doing that? Because I know the situation that you want to lead into. I didn't know if you were going to keep that private or if you were going to do it outwardly, and you may have been thinking about like the approval or disapproval by your family with this poly relationship that you want to have. And so it is coming up that may make you feel like the underdog in the family, and or a complaint by a family member that how you're going to live your lifestyle. But it's saying let tradition and rules guide you, possibly, but not necessarily uncritically accepting traditional role models. So you're not doing that because this is a desire that you have. So it'd be good to have a plan, and you know this very intimate friend that you'll have, you just gonna have to stand strong with that. Okay, and don't feel afraid to ask for help. And at the beginning, you probably want to have a private matter between you and that friend. Okay, that's what the cards are saying. Okay, the dog. This is a man's best friend. You know that, right? Not a fearsome creature. This card speaks of a friend of either gender who is important to the person being read for, or in certain cases, it could suggest the person being read for has to behave in a more friendly way towards someone. Okay? Now, the next card is a bear. So someone's overly dominant behavior has turned someone else into a passive follower. And maybe that's not good for either, to make someone obey, someone submissive and someone dominant. Someone leads, someone follows, boss versus an employee, dominant, strong, or protect the friend, to protect the friend, support a leader, for support for a leader parent, to be too pliable to a parent's influence. That's something that I'm feeling something there. strong loyalty, powerful friendship, to ask for permission or advice of parent, teacher, or boss, devoted but maybe weak parent, parental figure, or to exploit someone. So I understand that because it's like the dog is right there, which is the man's best friend, and then it's submissive. But then here comes this bear that it wants to appear that it's like there to protect you and do things like that. But then it could be overly extending or making you feel like you should be submissive to them just because. And I'm picking it up from like your mother or somebody in your family like that, and you have had a problem with standing up to an elder in your family, and you've been submissive to that person just because out of respect and everything. And this decision that you want to make, you're having a hard time with allowing them to know that. And I'm thinking though, you could do that in private until you feel like it is like really solid, because while you're in that dating stage, it may end up being different people, and then so it's just gonna be like you just doing things. So I would suggest that, I mean, of course, I can help you along the line by running a card, seeing how all this is gonna be. But I feel like you should keep it private until you're set with your group of people. This card suggests a friendly bear. He is protective, bold, and very strong. This card always indicates something really big. It may be asking the person being read for to be strong about a particular matter, but it is a positive card, even when calling for strength. Okay. All right. So the bear is, I'm looking for the combinations. That's why I don't like to add things to the reading. So I'm just giving you a moment to feel what you feel about the bear. And you can look at him and see really what you're getting from that. Because, my question, you didn't say what type of poly relationship. So I need to definitely know that, because there's different relationships. So would this be you and another woman with one man, or are you looking for two men that will be willing to do the relationship with you? So the bear and the anchor, a very, very dominant focal point, which colors everything else in your life, which everything else is second to focus on power and strength, provision, parenthood, and this parent-teacher boss relationship again is coming up. Someone or something who is very strong, solid, stabilizing presence in your life, or whose presence in your life is extremely confining to life with one's parents, to be unable to let go of a parent relationship, to be unwilling to or unable to stand on one's own feet, confined strengths, bound power, to feel very safe with someone. So it's like a mixture there. That's why I'm telling you to go in and see how you feel, and what's going on inside of you to bring it forth, because this is the spirit within. So these are the things that you have been feeling inside of your spirit, or you've been thinking about, or you some type of way have been, it has crossed your mind, or some things that you needed, you were asking for answers with, and this is what's coming up. So I want you to keep going back to your inner self, because that's the work that needs to be done. Overall, your last card was the anchor, and this is the card of great security and represents the opposite of the road. It suggests staying put, that you can be sure of whatever it falls beside. So if, it just looks like this card is telling you that where you're on your path, where you're going, is really awesome. So you don't have to worry about anything. and you're going to be strong. Now, what I do is I give out angel numbers based on where the cards fell. I think overall the cards fell pretty good. So I take those numbers off the cards. What happened was when I first started using this deck, I would have to look in the book and find the card at the front, see what number it was, and then uh, go and find the card. And I was like, that felt unprofessional because I was doing the readings in front of people. So I numbered the cards. And then one day Spirit was like, now give out angel numbers. So I used like the two. So you saw how it was the ring and the star. So that would be 7254. And then, so that's how I do it. The way Spirit tell me to pick the numbers. That's how I do it. Okay. And so that's what I'll be doing. And I bet you those numbers are going to have something to do with the reading. It seemed like it just fall right in place. It falls right in order. And it was just amazing how it comes up that way. So the symbolism of 7254 is that you have got resources that angels want you to use to bring a positive change to yourself. So you see that you remember that ring and star was about hope and dreams and your wishes coming true. So they basically saying that you got the resources, you got what you need, and that there is gonna come. It's going to bring a positive change to yourself. So just keep on doing what you're doing because it's going to happen. Angel number 6678 is symbolic meaning, says that you have developed a new and open style of thinking. Ah, that's great. Angel number 5852, seeing 5852 indicates that your hard work will take you straight to your purpose. Oh, that's good. You know you have a purpose in life and you know where it's going. Okay. Angel number 2430 reminds you that you have the capacity to do anything you want to with the help of the angels. That was beautiful. So, I told you that, all of your cards were positive and it was all telling you that everything's going to work out for you. Everything's going to go great. And, just keep on staying focused and it's going to happen. Angel number 92 is bringing a combination from the angels that your ideas and actions should be focused on your premier spiritual ambitions and objectives. And remember, that was in the last row talking about all of your spiritual things that you have going on. And so it's good that that's where you focus at now. So good job. I already know that on Mother Mecca, don't forget to come out to Wind Down Wednesdays, or set your private appointments if you need be. But it's from 3 to 6, or I'll take you a little bit later than that, but 3 to 6. See you soon. Love you. Bye.